What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period. Well, hey y'all. Welcome to another episode of OD Podcast. Man, so let's
get to some things.
Right. So first let's start off with the Black Business of the Week. You got one?
My Black Business of the Week, I'm gonna tell you guys how I found them. Their name is Savant Vision on Instagram. I think it's Savant Studio. So I think that's how you pronounce it. But so basically they make bags and like loungewear. So they have like hoodies, t-shirts, they have bubble coats, bubble jackets. But what drew me in to them was a hoodie that had Nina Simone on the front of it, and it had the lyrics to her song on the back called Young, Gifted, and Black. And it's literally like on the back of it, it has like,
I love that. It's got the notes on it.
Yeah, it's literally like I guess you call it the song sheet with the notes and the lyrics, and I loved it. It was one of my friends that I met from Instagram, and I saw her with it on. I saw I love that hoodie. She sent it to me, and then I was like, you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna have that hoodie. So
wait, what's on the other side?
On the front, just a picture of her.
Oh, okay.
And I love this color. Yeah.
You know what?
Picture of Nina.
I actually was not familiar with Nina Simone until a few years ago, and I remember.
Was it Beyonce? Because I feel like a lot of people were introduced to her from Beyonce.
No, Michaela Cole, because she looks a lot like her. Yeah.
Okay.
So people were saying,
yeah.
People were saying that she should play her, and I'm like, who is Nina Simone? I look up, and I'm like, oh wow, this is deep. But
Michaela Cole is the one from Chewing Gum, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I already knew that she looked just like her.
Yeah, I had never ever. I mean, maybe I've heard the name at some point, but didn't realize it. But I had never heard her music or anything like that. And when I hear Young, Gifted, and Black, I actually think of Amanda. What's the girl name from Insecure?
Seal.
Yeah, Amanda Seal. Yeah. So hey, you learn something new every day. But no, that's what's up. Okay, so and what's their Instagram?
The Instagram is I'm gonna send it to you, but it is Savant Vision. I'm really hoping that's how you pronounce it. I feel like I'm
probably that sounds like that's a word. It is a word.
But they have a whole store in New York. Like they have a storefront, and the store looks really nice. So I said I go to New York again. I was gonna check it out, but I'm gonna share that page with you. But we're gonna leave it in the description box of the episodes. So you check them out. Tell them I sent you. Ain't no discount code. Just support them people.
Just tell them. They're gonna be like, who?
Yeah,
sure.
But I do feel like a lot of people were introduced to Nina Simone by Beyonce because that's like one of her biggest influences, and she always makes sure that she talks about her, and then she explains what part of her music and her style is her music and her style is inspired by her. And then on top of which I really like is that I feel like she further introduced it to Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z ended up sampling one of her songs for his last album.
Look at there. Yeah, cool. I've never been a Beyonce stan to even notice something like that. So I guess I'm just late to the party. Well, I'm here now though. What the music at?
Oh my god. I learned that from her diary.
MTV Diary?
No, like the ones that she actually recorded.
Oh, my bad. All right, yeah. So all right, cool. Shout out to them or whatever. Let's get into these shop talk. First things first.
Rest in peace to Uncle Phil.
For real. Okay, so obviously, let's go to the first thing we mentioned earlier. Let's talk about this $11,000 post and Jada.
Got it. So shout out. Let me just start off by saying that I am a firm believer in Jada Waiter. I'm not a firm believer in everything that she does, of course. I mean, but she got room to mess up, and unfortunately, it's in public. But she chose that life. But I actually, out of all the influencers, I think that Jada is my favorite because she's so like personable. Like she definitely acts with people like they're human beings, and she doesn't treat everybody like aliens or check for the most part, because this session is a little different. But yeah, I really do love Jada to death. But yeah, so do you want to explain the story? I'll let you do
So
it.
I wish, honestly, I saw it on the Neighborhood Talk, feel like maybe week or two ago. And long story short, a young lady who I think she sells hair paid Jada $11,000 for some posts, and what ended up happening was Jada made a post, took it down, and then didn't make the second post or something like that. And so the young lady reached out to Jada, was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? What's going on?" And Jada, I guess she didn't reply. Then she followed up a couple more times, and Jada was like, "At least you got one post." And then I think she did it because the girl had disputed the transaction through PayPal or something like that. So I guess Jada was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe you could say it more eloquently than I can.
Yeah, she did. She did dispute the charge. And then Jada, of course, got mad about that because she was like, I mean, you already got your money back, so what is there to talk to about? You know what I'm saying? Jada's excuse was she did that because that was the week that she was getting chewed out because of the stuff that was going on with her and Lil Baby. So she was saying that she wasn't even really on social media like that, just because of the drama that was circulating around her name, and that once it kind of died down, that's when she was going to resume with posting and doing her influencer things. However, even though that may be true, and you know she probably did feel like she needed to chill out for a minute, that's something that you communicate with somebody, and let them know that, because for one, that's not a small amount of money. I personally would never pay nobody $11,000 to promote something for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really, unless it's like I wouldn't do it.
That is a lot of money, and
that's a lot of money.
Maybe that's what Jada asked for, or maybe that girl felt like that was a good value for the reach that Jada has. But I agree with what you just said about her communicating. But if you think about a job, if you got to go to work, no matter what's going on, you got to let them know you're not gonna make it to work. Like, you can't just like, dang, why y'all tripping? At least I came to work last week. It's like, no, we agreed that this is the job you're going to be doing. You're going to be working these days, and if you want to get paid, then you got to perform those duties. But I shouldn't have to be following up with you wondering why you ain't submitted this project.
On another note, though, these Instagram girls really do make me really want to become an influencer for real.
Because of the money they get paid?
Yeah.
I mean, what really?
If I do it, I'm definitely deleting my Twitter, because I think that the Twitter account is what really gets them in trouble, because that's like their diary, or that's what they go to type. Yeah. Well, JT just got rid of her Twitter channel. Yeah, but she's still on there.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this though. When you say become an influencer, can't anybody just be that though, right? Like, it's not like you sign up and be like, I'm an influencer.
You definitely can't sign up to do it, but I think that more so for my page, I just promote just me. I promote my work. I promote just stuff that I personally have going on. I'm not really promoting anything that I'm trying to sell, I guess. Like, I do have certain companies, like makeup brands, that I'll like promote for, but I really want to tap into that, because I spend a lot of my time on Instagram, honestly, and I don't have a lot of companies that send me stuff like to promote. But I think now I need to start tapping into like just figuring out how I can get money from doing that, because that'll make me want to do it. Like, even if it's other things, because I noticed that I get more engagement on my personal pictures than makeup pictures sometimes. And in my head, I'm like, do y'all like me, or do y'all like the
But
makeup?
you know what? It could be because people expect you to post makeup, and you post more makeup than you post yourself. So of course, when they see it, it's not like a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that shock value. But you know what? I ain't talking about the show, but I had got paid to post about the election. And I got paid a nice amount. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then they also asked me to post on my story, and them MFers never paid me my money. And it might have been a 2-digit payout for that second post. But I followed up with them multiple times. I ain't heard nothing. And they just, they were like, well, Warnock and Ossoff won, so.
Yeah, what do we do now? They breed you out.
But they pay me a nice triple-digit payout for the page post. But that's not the point. I still promoted y'all's post, and anyway. I was very upset. I can't lie. And then it just made me think about this influencer stuff and how it's like even with your type of work, it's not like one sole person pays you for doing your work. You got to ask multiple people for payment, or multiple organizations to make sure you get your money. And with this company, I had to come up with my own caption, which I'm okay with, but I had to follow these certain guidelines they have, and I'm like, I'd be doggone if I work with y'all. Let's say another another election comes around, y'all want to reach out to me again, I be doggone about work with y'all again and put myself out there on the limb looking stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't give me my money. I was trying to buy groceries.
So that's when you have to go in and ask for a payment up front. Unless it's like a notable company, because I know like with companies like Fashion Nova, they don't pay you until they approve your post. So you have to follow their certain guidelines as far as like what you see in a picture, the caption. Even if you do a photo shoot, you're not allowed to tag the people that were on your glam team and who took the photos. You only can tag the company.
Yeah. So they didn't give me any rules like that. They did tell me the specific things I needed to talk about. And they told me, and I remember they wanted me to make it a long caption. And the only thing they wanted me to tag the nonprofit who paid me. But I mean, I can understand them not paying me until I post it. That makes sense. I'm not even tripping off of that. I'm just tripping off the fact that y'all asked me to post again and y'all ain't giving my goddamn money. And it's like, what I'm gonna take out of court? Like, it's not even worth that much. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost me the same amount to file a darn lawsuit. But I was annoyed. I can't lie.
But you have to. I think when it comes to social media at this point, I think that for me, I just have to look at myself as a business, like me, not even just what I do, but everything is I can get paid for doing. I just noticed like the type of stuff that people get paid for, and I mean like down to the stuff that they type. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I do this for free and you get paid this amount of money for that. And I got a decent amount of followers where I can get paid for a post because I know people have less than me to get paid.
Yeah, so I don't think that follower stuff even matter no more. I was reading an article about how people are targeting what they call micro influencers, and it's people with less than 5,000 followers. And they were saying that people tend to have more buying power when people have a smaller amount of followers because they trust that they're not just doing it because they're getting paid. They trust that they really have experience or something.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So, I'm gonna try to tap into that this year. I've been talking to some people, like some marketing people, Instagram marketing people. It just seems like a lot of work, and honestly, I'm not really trying to dish out no money. I know you got to dish out money to make money, but the type of money that they're asking me for, I'm like, girl,
money to make money. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that. They just sent me an email to my email on my IG page, and I'm like, okay, sure, buddy. And I was talking about voting anyway, so to me, I was just getting paid for the information I was already putting out there.
Exactly. Let me just say that I am having a good hair week, and I'm in love.
Okay, you must want me to upload this to YouTube.
I mean, you can, but.
Good thing I got this hat on because my clothes are jacked up. Anyway, all right, let's get into further subject. So I also want to talk about Azealia Banks being a hater. Something thrown off.
What's new?
Did you see that video of her and her friend dragging Doja Cat or trying to drag her?
They were dragging Doja Cat and Megan. Yeah.
Was Megan in the video?
She watched 2 videos. Yeah. She was basically saying that she doesn't give a fuck about the whole body positivity thing and fuck all that, but because she was like, they look a mess. She was
basically, they got the best bodies out of all the people in that realm.
Not only are their bodies real, but they actually have nice shapes. Yeah. Whatever that, to whoever's liking, I don't want to.
I know what you mean. Desire
for saying the wrong thing, but
I know what you mean, and ain't no right or wrong way to say that. So.
I'm trying to find it. I had it earlier. Let me see if I can just get you together real quick. But yeah, on top
what's up with her? I don't understand. Like, and it's the thing, people really.
She has a mental illness. Like,
I mean, I know, but I'm sorry, but is that going to be the case? What mental illness makes you a hater?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Whatever one
she
that
needs
she
to be
got.
held accountable for her own actions.
But I said she does. But even in that same video, before the video happened, this freaking girl boiled her cat bones.
Oh my God, yeah. Okay, I don't want to talk about him. I forgot about that. I'm sick. I'm about to throw up.
I couldn't believe
that girl made cat broth.
Why does she do that?
Mental illness that you tell it.
Yeah, she really. Okay, I get it that people have certain religious practices, and a lot of people do. do, bring up witchcraft and all this other stuff, but that a lot of those practices come from Africa. And it's not necessarily voodoo or whatever the case may be, but I don't know what it is. I'm not really trying to look into it just because I don't want no hex over my phone or computer after I'm done searching it. So I'm just going to leave it to my imagination, come up with my own theory about what she got going on. But I do know that she does practice a lot of different practices that I see a lot of Haitians and Creole people practice. Like she definitely was sacrificing chickens at one point on Instagram. I unfollowed her. That's when I initially unfollowed her, and I never followed her back. So when I saw,
not my American Deli, not my 10-piece.
Not my phone. Don't even. I unfollowed like 3 people for that because this one boy who's they used to hang around. He was sacrificing chickens in his house in the closet. I said unfollow, block.
How do you clean that?
I don't want to see that.
On top of it, you're right though, because if you follow something like that and watch it, next thing you know, you get advertised for a chicken sacrificing kit.
Yeah,
I
don't play around like that.
Cat ball soup.
The nerve of people to even like be scared of people that like burn sage and Palo Santo and stuff like that. But you got people out here sacrificing chickens. That's different. No judgment on.
She annoys me very much.
I don't know. I didn't even want to know the reason behind her boiling cat bones, but I saw the little cauldron and all the stuff that she put in there. She had a bottle 1800 in the thing with the cat bones, and I'm like, right.
What a waste!
What's the meaning behind this?
You was mad. That's where you drew the line.
The line been drawn a long time ago. I've given up on Azalea, but I just don't understand. The thing about it is she has gotten body shamed. Like she definitely is thin. She's on the thinner side, which is also looked at as model-less. Well, not anymore because we're in different times, but even before, because she lives in a fantasy land that was a long time ago. But she, like, I don't know. Like, I can't even believe that she was saying that. Like, she said she was saying that Doja Cat has a old white woman's face and her body is fat and sloppy. And she also does this thing where she thinks that everybody is copying off of her. So,
oh my God, you woke up with 2 ears on the side of your head. Oh my God, you speak English? You mad copy. You mad copy.
Oh my God.
Let me find out y'all out here wearing wigs, huh?
Oh, that was one of them, because she definitely was saying that the color wigs thing, she started that.
Oh my God, girl.
The long Rapunzel hair colors, like she was giving it. But she was saying that, so she said that Megan was giving Fat Girl Heavy Metal and Reflective. I know you're not a Azalea Banks fan, but she has a song and a video called Heavy Metal and Reflective where she was wearing like dirt bike apparel. So you created dirt bike apparel.
Let me find out y'all was black women too. I was the first black woman. Tweet like Azalea. I can't. All right. And anyway. Go ahead.
And she has this weird Spanish accent and she's black, but I don't know. Like I don't know. She was shaming both of them. I'm pretty sure Doja and Megan somewhere sipping pina coladas, minding their business.
They're
exactly. Not even.
And it's sucks because I really, like I said before, I do think Azalea Banks is talented, but it's like, girl, everybody this ain't does.
It. At this point, I don't even want to listen to her music no more after Cat Boy. Like I don't want to do that. I think
I'm was making cat bras. Meow.
Oh no. Wife and Lucy wanted for questioning murder in Atlanta.
Oh, brother, my tweets from the streets.
53 seconds ago, child.
My tweets from the streets was related to him too.
Let's just.
Oh, brother.
Also, Trouble in Paradise, Des Dior unfollows Future and deletes all their photos off her page.
Oh, brother. Honest to God, I think when celebrities do that, they do it on purpose because they know people gonna notice. All right, so my tweets from the streets is I'm sorry, let me get it back up. My tweets from the streets is somebody said, this is the tweet, and I quote from his Twitter name is Yukier, YOOOKEIR. I probably said that wrong. Anyway, it said, bruh, somebody said Lucy's daughter looked like Loretta Devine.
Literally, I've always said that she looks like Loretta. She looks like him. But she looks like Loretta Devine. I probably watched a video of Lib the other day about 20 times of her doing the Savage Challenge, even though it's old as hell.
Nah, it's still funny when kids do them challenges.
But she just recently posted it like last week. When I tell you, she was dancing. I'm about to just send it to you so you can understand.
Oh my god! Hey! Hey. Okay. I love that little part of the end where they like smile. Like dude from I told my partner about that dude they be doing like this. That's what she did at the end of that video. Okay, cool. Let's move. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked. All right, so I want to talk about Lori Harvey confirming her relationship with Michael B. Jordan. And people, you know what? I saw this tweet. I want to say Malika tweeted this. I could be wrong, but basically, people saying this Lori Harvey and Michael B. I keep want to say Brandon T. Jackson. That's crazy. That's so random.
So not only is Azalea Banks living in 2006, you are too. Okay.
I just want y'all to know that my teeth already scraped from these braces. I just keep looking down. That's crazy.
Listen.
Matter of fact, they back to where they was before they started shifting. That's where they at. But anyway, so now that they've confirmed that, she basically said, this Lori Harvey news is really showing the hypocrite of y'all. And I totally agree, because obviously people are like, yes, Lori, use these dudes, blah, 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 blah. And probably because she's beautiful, got the perfect baby hairs, all this good stuff. But other women that have dated multiple people and in further apart timelines than Lori are getting the bad treatment from social media. Like people like, so for example, the Breakfast Club was having a debate the other day. They was like, do you want Sierra's prayer or Lori Harvey's finesse? Number one, what do you mean finesse? You know what I mean? She is a very young girl. She's dating. And Sierra has several boyfriends in the industry before she got with Russell Wilson. I just think it's not fair how people are, and maybe I'm guilty of this. I'm just going to say it now for y'all start digging up tweets. Well, I'm at that point in my life now where I legit don't care. People should do exactly what they want to do. But anyway, I'm just saying there are so many celebrities in the industry, and you can use Kim K for an example, where people drag for having several different boyfriends, never at the same time, but just having a history of a lot of people that we know that they have dated. And I just don't think that's fair. I don't think that, we don't even know what Lori was doing with these dudes. We can obviously, it's safe to assume they were in a relationship, they were having sex, but even then, it's just not even that serious, especially if you consider her age. Like, if you think about college age people, she's like 23 now, 24, something like that.
Yeah.
That's still college age-esque. And you date several, you still, you free, you get to learn who you are, you meet all these people. And there's just and I think what makes people like her process more is she is getting all the heavy hitters, like people that's like, we thought was untouchable, not Future, but people that are highly desired. Like, I think, once again, about to say Brandon T. Jackson, I think that Michael B. Jordan is somebody who we can look at as untouchable, because he's an actor. He's a whole different realm. These rappers, you can pass them around, but I think these actors have a whole different type of
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to call y'all hypocrites and share my opinion.
So for me, as much as people, I don't know, but pretty privilege does exist. So I think that's just this is just one situation where pretty privilege is definitely exposed. So for instance, like, I saw that same post and they were saying like people like Blac Chyna, Amber Rose, and not to say they aren't pretty, but they are very altered. So you can kind of almost look at them like, oh, they're expected to do things like this, for one, because of their background of being, I guess, do you consider strippers as sex workers?
They are sex workers.
Okay, well, their background of being sex workers, it's like, okay, it's expected. Lori Harvey comes from, she looks like an innocent girl. Like she's very beautiful. She wears her natural hair. Like, these things people pay attention to. And
it builds like a hierarchy almost in people's heads.
Like, this girl could literally probably be worse than both Blac Chyna and Amber Rose mixed, but just because of her image and the way she looks, and realistically, nobody really knows much about her, like about her personal life. Like, she's very secretive. So I think that plays a big part in it too.
And I also feel like I don't know about everybody else, but I didn't know about her until Meek Mill mentioned her in a song, and then she just popped out dating somebody that we were familiar with. So it is kind of like you said, just kind of like super low key. You only know me in pictures. If it weren't for these tweets, you wouldn't see me at all. If it weren't for these pictures, you wouldn't see me.
You would see me at all. Yeah, that's like what it's giving. But either whether it's Lori Harvey or Black China, I think that at the end of the day, it's nobody's business. I mean, whether they're celebrities or not, and that's easier said than done because it's put in our
hard
face to look at, and it's like it's right there. But at the same time, you got to look at rappers and men in general that are in the industry and outside of the industry. They are serial daters in itself, and they don't get put on blast like that. Like they don't have whole think pieces as to why this person is a whore, this person isn't a whore, this person is securing the bag, and this person is not, or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to guys, I'm like, they literally can date whoever they want. Like at this point, it's even people in the industry like Blueface who has several women living in his house, like
tooth and all.
Yeah, knocking teeth out. You don't hear nothing about that for real. You don't hear nothing.
Right. And they can try to say, "Oh, it's because we expect men to be like that." Okay, but who are these men with? They have to be with somebody to even act that way.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Like I just let them do them. I don't see nothing that she's doing wrong. She's young. Obviously, she's dating. She has not necessarily a type, but she definitely knows that she wants her boyfriend to be wealthy. And what's wrong with that?
Look how she was raised. Yeah, I agree. Now, I will say and this is obviously regular old me. I'm not somebody that's ever been like sexualized or anything like that, so I can't say I relate to her situation. But I do sometimes wonder, so to me, when in between relationships, like if I break up with somebody, I'm back on the market, boom. But I don't normally find somebody that soon because I have, certain expectations, certain standards, certain preferences. But obviously the options made available to her and it made available to me. So It's tough for me to be like, oh, she moved on too quick. I mean, if I broke up from Future and ran into Michael B. Jordan, I would have moved on quick too. I mean, what's good? But I don't think
you have to take it.
And it's not like he's posting all these dudes. They posting her. Like, not the dudes, like the media is posting her.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I got to say about that. Okay, so you want to move on to the topic of the day?
Yes, this was your topic, so let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So let me tell y'all something. I know we come on here a lot and talk about people who need to get their life together. We talk about our accomplishments. We talk about, beggars and things of that nature. And I really want to just get on the topic of people perceiving, basically people counting your pockets. Okay, and I'm gonna just give a little story. So recently, I posted my new car. I got a new Mercedes, and I posted on social media. Now I don't know if this situation is associated with me posting that picture, but let's just say that within 24 hours, people were DMing me, asking me for money. Okay. Now it's different if my family or a close friend reaches out to me in need. That is a whole different subject. But people who don't even know how to call me, okay, who couldn't even tell you how to spell the Alicia version of my name, okay, are asking me for money. And I'm talking about odd hours, okay, random. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is it because I posted the car?
Yeah.
In my mind, if I got this new car, I got less money than I had yesterday. So why in the world do you think that I want to scrape a penny off to give to you? Now, and I don't even know the appropriate way to even introduce this topic. I'm just saying, don't ask me for money. I don't care who you are. Honestly, friends and family, because all my friends and family, I make sure I do not keep no bums around me. So we're gonna dead that. Now, obviously, my friends and family know for a fact if they need something, they can ask me. But I know when they ask, it's not because they just they don't exhausted all their options. It's legit. Like, listen, Alicia, know I'm good for it. This is what's going on, and I understand. Okay, anyway, but these are people,
and those are the type of relationships that you should want to have with people. If you come into somebody, or you want to make it to where, like, if you asking somebody for something, that they genuinely know that you need help,
exactly, and not a here she go again type situation.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, I grew up in a household where we were very needy a lot. And that used to be something that I used to always take a mental note. Like, I don't ever want to be in that situation. I don't ever want to be like person aspect. But I just, to me, what made me concerned is like, why me? You mean to tell me you asked everybody including the 15,000 people that's following you? Before you ask me, that's just a made up number, but I don't know. I just am annoyed. I'm just annoyed by it. I know you mentioned you have some people who be asking you for money too because it's like a perception.
So from the outside looking in with you, this is me just speaking to you. I think that people who know you and who have known you even since high school, they already know that, hey, you're good with money. You always gonna keep it, like you gonna keep a good job, not even just a regular job.
These folks don't know where I work.
They don't have to. They know your background, and they know
my background is white. Ain't nothing back there.
No, it's not. Your background is black.
No, not white. Wait, if you're not looking on YouTube, it's because I'm in a room with a white wall. Let's be clear.
So I think that in general, people just know how you rock, and they know that you ain't just with no TT type of stuff. Like, I think that
TT.
When I say TT, I mean like tiny, small.
Okay.
I think that people in general, they know that you ain't in with the games, and then obviously it's your upkeep as well. Like, you keep yourself up. Like, you don't wear like heavy designer or whatever, but you definitely keep yourself up. And compared to people that we grow with, and this is not no shade to nobody, and I don't want nobody to take offense, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can tell the difference. You can literally visually look at you and look at them and tell the difference. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It's not even about like you can literally wear a plain t-shirt and a plain t-shirt and jeans, and you're definitely gonna be able to tell the difference between you and this person without even having to open your mouth. So it's not even like the essays. That's what I be trying to get at when I say it's not even the stuff that you have, because I think mentally people know that you can get that if you want it, just how you move. Yeah. So I think that for me, I have to realize that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I didn't have it, I don't think I looked like a bum. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew how to keep myself up. But especially when I started working for myself, making money, things were becoming well for me. You know, I think that people just look at the type of work that I do, who I work for, and how I look, and just assume that I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case.
Like, they associate, and it's like you gotta be rich if you're working with this person, as if you working with specific people. They pay you like $10,000 a day. Like, what is that? Yeah. What does that look? Yeah, and
but I don't like. Even if they were,
you work for it.
I work for it, and I'm not obligated to share that with anybody unless
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And you can call me selfish or whatever.
I am selfish. I work to pay myself.
But I do my part. Like, I definitely feel like I help people when they need it. I definitely look out for people when they need it. Mm-hmm. Give advice when they need it. And I think that for me, just me being in the community that I'm in, and when I say that, I mean gay and like the artist community here in Atlanta, like, it's very, very, it's like a tight-knit crew. And I think that for me, I'm just not, I don't do drugs. I try not to drug shame, but honestly, I just wish that people wouldn't do it. I don't do drugs, so none of my money goes there. I do drink, but half the time I don't even pay for it. It just be there.
Ooh, you belong to the bar.
Anywho, but even still, I don't let that consume me. And I think that I know how to handle myself. I've just learned how to manage my money. I think that's the part that's really pissing me off, that people is shaking my pockets, because it's like
dang, can I enjoy my stay?
Yeah, like I've only been good with managing my money for the last year. Like, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm still learning, because I still spend money that I shouldn't. I do it all the time, but
it's your money. Yeah,
it's my money. I could do that with, but I don't like the fact that people see me having stuff, because now I'm to a point where, like, I don't want to be humble no more. Like, I feel like I've been humble way too long, and I just really want to enjoy what I work for. Like, if I want something and I know that I can afford it without hurting myself, I want to be able to do that. And that doesn't mean that you need handout. I'm sorry that you have friends that scam and do drugs and all this other stuff, and you're not able to benefit from that. But if you have two legs, you go to work.
Listen, I was just
literally, people go to work and they do. And I understand that we're in the time of a pandemic, or whatever the case may be.
But but the people asking me money ain't asking for pandemic impacted stuff.
Exactly. And I'm like, and what's so crazy is a person that recently asked me for money. I think that what really pissed me off about it is because they were out of work for 2 weeks because they ended up contracting COVID. So me being the person that I am, once they told me that, I said, do you need anything? And they were like, well, I don't know. And I was like, I can't really offer you money, but I understand that you have
But
to
I can pray for you.
No, I can look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I offered to, get them some like Pedialyte, because I've read, like, once you get COVID, it's a list of things you can do to kind of just keep yourself hydrated and just keep the virus down. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that's going to cure it, but you can control whatever. Mm-hmm. So I said that I'll put together a little care package, get them some soup, some food, just because I know they're not able to leave the house, and come drop it off. And that's what I did. Spent like $75 on that shit.
Well, that's good though, because if you would have gave 75, they might not even bought those things, even though they might need it. But that's very thoughtful, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I spent my hard-earned money on that and dropped it off. I left it on their doorstep and say, hey, listen.
Put your life on the line.
Yeah, I literally dropped it off on their doorstep, and that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, me and that person not even that cool, but I'm like, I understand your struggle,
Listen, I get it. When there was a government lockdown, what was that, a year and a half, 2 years ago, there was some people who I knew whose job was impacted, and I just gave them like gas money and stuff like that, because they had to go to work to not get a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's different. Now I want to talk about this video clip that I saw from Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett, and I know we ain't nowhere near the same tax bracket, but she made a point that I align with as well. She was basically saying, like, when people ask her for money, she doesn't give it to them unless it was something that she's willing to give as a gift to them. And I agree, because sometimes people, man, I'm telling you, man, people count your pockets, they look at you and they think you got certain money. And I might, who cares? That's none of your business, because I chose my job because of the amount of money that it gives me, not so I can spread my wealth. Now, if I want to give to people voluntarily, that's completely different. But you ask me for it, only makes me cut you off. I don't care if I've been knowing you since the day I was born. I don't want to talk to you, because now I'm uncomfortable. Because now I feel like you watching me. And now I feel like you put me in a position where I can't say no, because you're going to use that, what I'm saying, whatever. But anyway, I agree with Jada, because the thing is, if you ask me for the money because you need it, and especially if you leave what I'm going to pay you back, I'm going to want my money back. And now I'm watching you. Is there some new socks? I know she ain't got no new toothpaste.
Don't get your nails done.
Is your light still on and I ain't got my money back?
Listen,
I don't like that. So yeah, I just, so I guess the lesson here is just stop. Like, my money is my money and yours is yours, whether there's a deficit or a surplus, it does not matter. But there's nothing wrong with asking people.
Come on, deficit and surplus, get it on a shirt.
I just think that, and this is another thing too. I know people personally who beg, and I'm gonna say beg, because it's become a habit for them to ask people for help instead of trying to find what. Now, there's obviously such thing as being in a hole that's so deep that you can't get yourself out of. But I know people who are literally living day to day relying on others, and they're not doing anything to make it better. You know what I'm saying? And that's not okay. That's not okay. That's a good way to burn your bridge. It's a good way to stay with new friends, because everybody else don't cut you off because you have sucked their pockets dry. It's not okay. Stop. It's just a lot of things that you can do that's costing you money that you shouldn't be spending that can help you. Now, I don't know everybody's situation, but I grew up very poor and we was always borrowing. Always. And when I say borrow, I mean not paying back. Okay, let's be very clear. We never got in a position where we was able to pay people back, but I noticed certain things that we could have been doing differently, which was out of my control, that would have not led us to be in some of those predicaments. So I just, to me, it's like, people got to get out of the woe is me victim mindset when things are, but yeah, so just stay out of my business and I'm going to stay in mine. And I don't care if I take $100,000 and just throw it on 285. Don't you ask me for nothing.
I think that my smoke with it too is that
not smoke. Come on, Draco got smoke. Draco got smoke with the beggars.
I think my smoke with it is that not only are you asking me for money, you know what I'm saying? That's not even the worst part. But when it comes down to me, just having a business in myself, you don't take the initiative to do anything. Like, you don't understand how irritating it is to just hear people come to me all the time and say, oh, I see what you be doing. That's tight. Da, 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 da. Literally, this will be somebody who, for one, don't follow me.
Don't follow you.
Listen, they don't follow me. They don't like any of my posts. They don't repost anything. But when I come around them, they know my every move. This happens to me very often. Okay, this happens to me very, 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 very often that people do that, and I'm like, honestly, thanks, but I don't need you watching me. Like, I don't need you. That's actually weird to me that you
That's
do that.
very bold to ask somebody for money.
Like, if I'm like supporting somebody or just verbally congratulating them on their life, I'm definitely somebody who is actively showing love to them all the time. I just ran into this person, or we hanging out or something, and I'll tell you face to face. But I try not to make it weird, because I'm like, what's the point of following somebody on social media and you don't like stuff, and it's just weird. I don't know.
That's a great point. Whether I'm an entrepreneur
Because people
or not,
literally be just scrolling through and just looking at people's stuff, and then knowing every single detail about their life.
Don't support in no kind of way.
No.
That's a good point. That's actually a really good point. Like, what is the benefit of me getting you out of this situation, and what have you done to help me? And not that it should be tit for tat, but if you know me and you don't have that kind of relationship, why would I feel inclined to support you in any kind of way?
Yeah. Like, dudes, like, even I don't even think that people realize that guys do this, but y'all brothers, y'all daddies, uncles, cousins be befriending gay men who they think that have money or do stuff like that, and they purposely like flirt with them to get opportunities. Like, I've had so many guys like try to befriend me just because they think I can put them on to some of my clients.
I heard about this before, and be getting money too.
And guys be giving them money, like they ask for money for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll even send pictures. Like, they'll get as desperate as to send nudes to them just so they can get money. They don't even be gay for real. Like, in real life, they don't be gay. I mean, that sounds very outlandish. I believe people do some desperate things and have desperate, like, it's so many people that have sugar daddies that are men that aren't gay.
Wow.
They're not gay. They're not attracted to men, but they know that they can easily get something out of a man just by showing them, like.
Well, that's a hustle right there. That's crazy.
Oh, it's a huge hustle. But the thing is, I'm not that girl. This is not Paige. You could not get that out of me. I'm sorry. And I try to explain, and I let them know that. Like, when they try it, I said, listen, I'm very hip. I know what's going on. I said, you can't get that out of me.
Has somebody ever asked something very drastic from you, like a huge dollar amount or something very odd?
I've had people with very notable brands that ask me for like $150, and I've also had guys who aren't gay ask me to quote unquote invest in building things like a home. Like, I don't know them from a can. I ain't gonna say I know them from a can of paint, because I do know them, but I don't know anything about their business, and they're asking me for money to quote unquote build houses so that we can flip it together and go into business together.
Yeah, so
I don't know you
high and dry at the closing table.
Yeah.
I've had people ask me for their whole rent amount. I mean, several times. And it's just, these are all people who I don't talk to like that. That is so crazy. Yeah. People have asked me to send them money so that they can get like Ubers and Lyfts. People have asked me for MARTA card money. Dang, that's so crazy.
This one boy who is gay asked me to come chill with him one time. He was like, come hang out. Went to go hang out. As I'm leaving, he asked for money to get Ubers to work.
I actually know somebody who would invite people to kick it, but would have it in a way where that person, let's say I am him. I ask you to come kick it, and you feel inclined to pay for it. You like, and that's how they start. That's how they eat.
Yeah,
and hang out.
I've had guys steal money from me, like physically take money from me, like so many different things. Hold on.
No problem. Just confirming my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I think that's just where my trauma comes in. And I also had an ex who used me.
Me too, Hannah. Well, I don't say used, but yeah. Yeah, I just...
Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on.
No problem. I'll just count the grains of carpet in the floor.
I have a text that looks like it's an emergency 911. Can you please call me? Imagine not being a 911 emergency.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. See, that's how you get people to not respond to your emergency.
Listen, that's another thing. I never respond to those texts and calls.
And you just did. You just interrupted our show.
I did, because literally, hold on, let me show you the text. It says emergency 911. Call me now. Look,
it's fine. I'm leaving it up to God.
She need to leave it up to God too, because they ain't got nothing to do with her. But
Ooh.
anywho,
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's all I'll say. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be complaining about this for the foreseeable future. It's gotten to the point, it has led me to the point where I don't even want to post nice things. And not that I don't care
post
if
it.
I, this is the thing, I don't care. I don't post it for attention or validation. So I could care less if people see the nice things I have. But sometimes you do want to celebrate stuff, just be like, look, I'm proud to do
Celebrate it,
this.
post
Yeah.
it, enjoy it. Be an inspiration to some people, because not everybody is looking at you as a target. People are looking at you as inspiration, and even still, like, I mean, I'm not buying this to impress y'all. I'm not doing this to impress y'all. But
Me, I'm definitely not. And that's the issue. So many people do it to flex that I guess when they see me do it, they're like, oh, it must be real. Let me get there. I mean, it is.
Yeah, but it's at the end of the day, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this moment. You don't know where I came from or what I had going on before, where now I can do this type of stuff. And I'm not gonna let somebody who is a bum. Yes, I said it. I don't know.
Oh no, for sure.
I'm not letting nobody that is a bum just take that away from me just because they want in on it. Just because I have it, just because you see.
That's the thing, though. People be. Let me tell you. I'm not sure. I think I sent you that guy who got killed last week, and he. I know this isn't the same situation, but he was somebody who got his money legitimately, and he posted his his luxuries often, and he got robbed. He was killed, but I think it was a robbery murder. I think. Now let me not get it. Let me not get the story mixed up. But it did make me wonder if people were targeting him. Like, dang, did they see all the stuff he be posting? And and I don't feel like I'm somebody who's like per se a target, but I think that I could become one if I really stun it. You do what I'm saying? So I just hate that people really be watching, man. They be really plotting on you. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Okay, well, it's funny because all the beggars probably don't even know how to find a podcast, so they won't even get this lesson.
Even if they do, hopefully this inspires you to go to figure it out. Let me not say get a job because it's a pandemic, but figure it out.
Listen, this is what I was just telling my cousin. If you got a car, you got a job, you better get out there and do some Uber Eats. Yeah, run it up or something. And I can't pick. I'm just disappointed when I see people not really using their potential, honestly. Because if I'm 32 and I'm supposed to retire when I'm 60 something, you got a long way of figuring it out, and you got to figure it out before it's too late. Because one day you got to start working. I'm never ever. I can assure you that I won't be one of them 90-year-olds that's still working, 80-year-olds still working, unless it's by choice. Because people retire, they get like a part-time job. But it's some people. I saw this whatever. It's some people who have to keep working until they dead because they don't have a plan.
Yeah,
and that's scary. That scares me.
Listen, but don't stop celebrating your wins just because people are moochers.
I don't know.
Block them. People have real balls to ask people that's not their family or their friends for money. If you can't ask them that, then don't be friends with them.
Right. Or you probably don't burn your bridge. That's really what the bottom line is for me. We're not even close.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like, wow, you exhausted all your options. Here I am, the option.
Right. Here I am, the option. That might need to be the episode title. All right. Well, I'm done complaining. I mean, I know it's nothing you can do about it. You don't know who's gonna reach out to you and when, but I just want everyone to be their best selves. And I realize that sometimes when you allow certain kind of people to have access to you, you get certain kind of results. And so that has since been adjusted.
All I got to say is stop asking me for shit.
Period. I don't care. I don't care if it's raining cats and dogs and you and your whole family is at the bus stop. I don't have to give y'all a ride.
Alicia.
Yeah, I ain't about to get mud in my car.
Okay.
All right, y'all. You have anything else you want to
add? Nothing to add. At all. Like, just stay safe. There's so much going. If you live in Atlanta, stay safe. If you live anywhere, stay safe. But Atlanta for sure.
Yeah, that ATL scoop page got me traumatized. I ain't going nowhere.
Like, what are y'all doing with these folks? I
check my car. I check my car outside before I even brush my teeth in the morning. No, not even that, but it'd be the burglaries and the shooters, and it's like, that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching the news, because it was giving me anxiety. Like, I just don't want to be that worried about going to get gas or going to the grocery store. Obviously, you want to be aware, but sometimes when you consume that stuff so much, you can't even live normal.
Yeah, I
That's why I
definitely.
live in the outskirts now. I don't got time. All right, y'all. It's another.
This has been a really. We probably sound so bad complaining, but I'm pretty sure people feel us and understand where we're coming from, and I'm
And
pretty
if
sure a
they
lot of
don't,
y'all.
we just live different lives. I guess I don't care.
Yeah.
I just
Oh well.
whatever. That's what happens when you put certain expectations in people, you get disappointed every time. So that was your 105th episode of OD Podcast, y'all. Thank you again for joining us this week. Holla at your girl next week.
Period. I'll let you curl next week in your burrow too.
And your whirl. And your twirl.
Mm-hmm. Me. Goodbye.